Hi, I'm Shivam Chamoli, Unity ID SCHAMOL, and today I'm going to present to you creation of a mattermost server using Ansible playbooks, and I've created four simple Ansible playbooks to basically just set up a mattermost server, and all you have to do is run these four Ansible playbooks. So to create the Ansible, so basically I have two servers, one the Ansible server and one web server, and to create both these servers I've used Baker, and this is my baker.yaml, and this part basically is what registers the private key of the Ansible server VM on the web server VM. So great, and I'll show you first of all the four Ansible playbooks, and then just run it, and you'll see magically a Mattermost server being hosted um, on the IP of the web server, of course, and the IP of my web server is this, and it's in my inventory file, and basically I have my first Ansible playbook is just for updating the apt binaries on the web server. So this is a pretty simple Ansible playbook, and the next one is the SQL setup. So basically what it does, what this Ansible playbook does is it gets all the dependencies of MySQL, starts a MySQL service, sets the password for the root user, and creates a Mattermost user for us. And okay, and the next, these are the tasks that are there, and this is finally where the Mattermost user is created, and then of course we create a database for Mattermost. And this Ansible playbook basically just creates the Mattermost, like first of all it downloads the Mattermost installer, copies it over into the right directory, creates the data directory so that you can so that all the data is there of the users, like whatever images and the text that they share, and then basically it's just setting up the right configurations for the Mattermost service and starting the service. So right now, as you can see, my Mattermost server is not hosted, and as soon as I run this playbook, I'll get a Mattermost server hosted. But these have to be run in the same order because the this Ansible playbook requires the database to be set up, and this is our final team setup playbook. So what this does is it creates a team DevOps, and basically it does it in an idempotent way, and what happens is it checks if there's a DevOps team already present, and if it is present, it does not create one, it skips the step. And basically it creates an admin user and a normal user. I'll explain to you why we need that later on. And it creates a channel for the user to use for chatting, and rest of it is just basic settings, and you might want to configure this according to what you need. So I'll just basically we'll just check if we can ping the VM, that is our web server, and yeah, that's working. So great. And now I'm going to run the security patches, and I ran this a little earlier so that it happens really quickly, but this playbook takes a little bit of time. So this was the first playbook that I just ran, and now I'm going to run the second playbook, that is the SQL setup. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, what it's doing is it's just trying to make sure that everything is present for MySQL, and so it's going to install the 3 items that it needs, and then just start the MySQL server and configure the root password and create the Mattermost server and Mattermost user, and then create a Mattermost database. So this takes time, so we're going to skip the installation. Okay, so all our tasks were successful. So right now, if you see, you will have MySQL version, and you can see MySQL is accessible now. Great. And yeah, so if you see in the home folder right now, there's no Mattermost document or anything, and you can see right now that Mattermost server is not hosted, and as soon as I run the Mattermost server ansible playbook, I'll have a server hosted for us. Yeah, so this might take a little bit of time because it's trying to download the Mattermost installer on the web server and then extract it, so that might be a big file, so if you're going to skip this also. Okay, so all our tasks were successful, and hopefully we'll have a Ansible server hosted, and there you can see it is hosted. So great, that worked. And now what we need to do is create the teams, and create a team and a couple of users and a channel. So I'll just run. So now all we need to run is Mattermost team setup, and that will create for us an admin user and a normal user, and it will create for us DevOps team and a home channel. So we can this should be pretty quick because it's not a lot of stuff, and it's all the operations here are idempotent, and I'll run this again and show you guys. So it should skip most of the steps, and that's what's happening. Great. Okay. And now if I just go and sign in, as I told you, there was an admin user. So when I sign in, as you can see here, and just change to DevOps, and you can see a chat service hosted for us, and if you click on more, there's a channel that is there created for us, so we can just join it, and we can also invite the other user that was there, and similarly we can add other users or channel and then just chat. So that's all we required for a setup of an Ansible for a Mattermost server, and thank you.